It has been a long time coming, but ACC football is back.
That's part of the joy of playing in the ACC. A lot of talent, a lot of back and forth.
Of course, the ongoing pandemic has been a storyline draped over college football all season long. It'll be a storyline again here today because there are no fans in the stands.
There's a bad taste in their mouth that going to work is really the only way to get out.
Well, it's the most unique time in my long career. One of the things that you kind of see is that talent becomes a bigger factor maybe with teams not as prepared or people that are short of personnel. A lot of transfers in certain places making a difference. But hopefully it settles down when we get everyone playing again. We get to some normalcy as far as what the bowl outlooks look like and what the college football playoff looks like at some point in November. And they do remember what you do in November. We've got a chance at seeing a bit of normalcy in college football. It's tough to vote on a top 25 right now without feeling like you're just writing down a name, because you don't know what a lot of people hadn't played, and you're putting them up high in the polls, so that's pretty unique.
Daily testing for COVID-19 is just one way life is different for college football student athletes and coaches during this fall of 2020. But virtually almost every aspect of how a team operates has changed. From the basics such as dorms, meals, and locker rooms to more complex functions such as meetings, motivation, and recruiting. Hello everyone and welcome inside the Blue Devil Tower. I'm Rebecca Fiorentino, and this week on Duke All Access with David Cutcliffe, the head coach pulls back the curtain to share some insight on the new normal from his perspective. Adaptation is the key concept, specifically when creating team chemistry and team unity, something quite important in the game of college football.
I think with 2020, everything we do has changed. To develop a chemistry within your team, to motivate your team. We really don't have the structure of true team meetings. Nobody wants to hear a coach talk too much after a practice. We try to be brief there. We have our team meetings in our indoor facility, which is uniquely different. So I think without question, that goes up high on my list as one of the most difficult things that we've had to do this year, or that I should say I've had to do as a head coach, is to rally the spirit of the team, to bring a team that's in two locker rooms more closely together and identify themselves as a team and what the mission is. And you know, football's a difficult thing as it is to practice and to play, but when you're being challenged, these young people have no real life outside of what they're doing, and then, as I said, two locker rooms and no real togetherness. It's been an extremely unique challenge, and one we'll get better with it, but there's no really quick or easy answer.
Empty set on 2nd and goal. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Off the right hash, Bryce takes the snap. Over the middle. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Noah Gray. For the senior, his first touchdown catch of the season in the 7th of his career.
The difficulty in when your numbers grow low like we've had, we're down to 30 healthy scholarship defensive football players, and we're down to 35 on offense, which is close to 15 to 16 lower than normal. It alters how you practice, and that's been our biggest challenge, is that we hadn't had near the number of people on the practice field. So it limits how physical you are at practice and the length of your practices. And it's been a grueling experience for both coaches and players. Everybody wants to win, and everybody wants to play at the top of their game. And when you get into these circumstances, I think the biggest thing we've got to do is understand we are where we are, and the quality of every little thing we do has to not stay the same. It's got to increase for us to reap the benefits of all the hard work that's going into this 2020 season.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Coca-Cola, together tastes better. By Continental Tire, for what you do. And by Gatorade, win from within.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Nearly 150 years of experience goes into making each and every Continental tire. So you can trust with total confidence that our tires will deliver superior performance, no matter where the road takes you. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
Only your steel dealer has the legendary tools to take on your to-do list. Real steel. Find yours. For the space you've always wanted. Pick up the lightweight FS38 trimmer or the hard-working BG50 blower. Only $139.95. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Make the days count. Gatorade has carbs to fuel and electrolytes to help replenish, so you can count on the proven formula. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Since the midpoint of his sophomore season, Deion Jackson has been at the top of the running backs depth chart for Duke football. He has started every game, rushed for over 1,700 yards, and has scored 17 touchdowns. He enjoyed a breakout performance against Pitt in 2018 when he set a Duke record with over 400 all-purpose yards, and then the very next week he broke loose for his longest career touchdown of 75 yards at Miami. Now a veteran senior, Jackson remains an essential piece of Duke's game plan each week, but he may be more important now than ever as a captain and leader of the 2020 Blue Devils.
Jones with Deion Jackson standing to his right. They work off the left hash. And on first down, the give will be Deion Jackson. He busted outside left. Jackson breaks a tackle. Deion Jackson's gonna go inside the 30 and gone. Touchdown. What a start. 75 yards and it's 6-0.
Welcome to Miami, Deion Jackson. What a play.
Jones takes the snap. Here comes everybody. He fires to the left, complete. Breaking a tackle and now breaking free is Deion Jackson. Hello, end zone. Touchdown. Harris takes the snap. Delayed handoff. Jackson. Lots of room inside the 30. He is gone. Inside the 10 to the house for a touchdown. The give inside. Jackson. Huge hole inside the 20. Deion Jackson is gone. Touchdown. 32 yards. And the Blue Devils are dancing again.
The biggest thing for me that I feel like has changed since I've been here is just my understanding of the game overall. I've definitely become a more intelligent player since I've gotten here. I thought I knew a lot of information then, but it's just little like tricks of the trade, I would say, that Coach Webb has taught me through these last 3 going on 4 years. I'm able to just identify certain things that defenses are doing and stuff like that, just so I can be prepared to know what's coming before it happens.
This year he's doing a much better job of pass protecting, which is something that, again, as a running back, it's hard to come in and start doing, but he's now developing that confidence, first and foremost, to step up in there and continue to do that. I think that's been the biggest change, probably if I had to pinpoint one thing, but he's just trying to detail all of his work, whether it's his route running, whether it's his tracks, everything within what we want to do, run game, making sure we're hitting the right landmarks. He's been a little bit more detailed within all of that. But everything all together, I would say for 100% maturity within his pass pro.
Deion Jackson has been a talented player, walked in here with great speed and size and skill. And as I reflect back on him, it's just a number of big plays in different parts of his game. But I think things that I remember most about Deion is that you're not going to find a guy smiling more. You're not going to find a guy at practice that's encouraging others and that is upbeat. And he is doing everything. Don't watch him just when he has the ball. He's doing everything in his power every play to win the game.
For the most part, ever since I started playing, I feel like I've been able to speak out and speak up whenever I needed to or whenever I was called upon. And now being a senior, being one of the older people on the team, I just feel like it's more so like my role, like that I have to step in, not like it's not optional or anything like that. I feel like it's just something that's mandatory. And then as my teammates voted me as a captain, that shows that people like look up to me, people trust me as a leader and someone to follow. I was definitely more comfortable like playing receiver than running back. Like when I got here, I like running back, but receiver is just what I had played longer. Because I got moved to like a full-time like running back, like starting running back for my team, my senior year. During like my junior year, toward like the middle of it, our starting running back broke his leg, and then my coach kind of told me and my mom like he's gonna have to like need me at running back. My mom kind of got mad about it at first because I never really played running back before. And I was just like primarily like a wide receiver and like DB. And you fast forward to now, it kind of worked out, I guess. Yeah, my mom's not mad anymore. But definitely that receiver background definitely makes me more comfortable running routes and catching out of the backfield, whether I line up out wide or I stay in the backfield with Chase. Either way it goes, I'm pretty comfortable with that, and I feel like I've shown that since I've been here.
As I evaluated him back when he came to camp, I thought as a running back, he was the best receiving running back that I'd been around in my career. Now that he's been at Duke, there's no question in my mind that's the case. He can line up outside and run routes, but he's caught a lot of balls and been very effective for us in a number of different ways in the passing game.
Blue Devils down 2. Harris out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looking over middle field, great protection, Jackson's wide open, makes the catch, 10-5, touchdown!
Yeah, Deion Jackson!
Woohoo! 44 yards! Get the fireworks ready, the Blue Devils have the lead!
The Game Breakers.
To Jackson, bounces outside left. Here we go again across the 40. Deion Jackson angles right inside the pit 30. Brought down from behind at the 20. Deion Jackson in open space. He has been on fire this afternoon.
I switched to the number 4 because for one, it's my favorite number. And then 2, I've worn that number in football since I was about, I think, 8 or 9 years old. And it's also me and my mom's favorite number. I love that number in high school. I just like how it looks. And I actually had a number 4 tatted on my stomach. So just because it's my lucky number. So when I seen the opportunity to switch into it, I definitely took that.
Even though we can't have everyone gathered, we found new ways to make each occasion special. We're keeping your gifting experience both safe and personal through Reeds.com, answering all your questions and guiding you to the perfect present, just like we have for over 70 years. Family always finds a way to celebrate life's moments together, no matter what. You won't just shop with confidence at Reeds Jewelers and Reeds.com. You'll feel like family.
It's bow time.
Dad, we're hungry.
Yep, to the grill. Out of gas on game day? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of scratch-made chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea.
It's bow time.
It's Ford Truck Month, and if this is your kind of day, and this is your kind of truck, then this is your month. Ford Truck Month. Now, get great deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 43 years.
Now during Ford Truck Month, get a 2020 F-150 with up to $10,765 in total savings, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Let's talk about math. Fuel points math. For every dollar you spend at Harris Teeter, you get a fuel point. 100 fuel points equals 10 cents off per gallon. 200 fuel points equals 20 cents off per gallon. 1,000 fuel points equals $1 off per gallon on quality fuel. And if you're shopping at Harris Teeter with your Vic card, your fuel points are already adding up. Check the bottom of your receipt. Harris Teeter Fuel Points, an easy way to save on fuel.
See harristeeter.com for details.
Duke 360, presented by Continental Tire, for what you do.
One of the most productive positions for the Duke offense this season has been the tight end position. Starter Noah Gray leads the Blue Devils in receiving through the first 3 games of the season. And against Virginia, the tight ends were on full display. We're going to take a look at a few ways the Duke coaching staff got them incorporated into the passing game. This is early in the game, 3rd down situation. The Blue Devils need a 1st down. Here's the line to gain line right here. You can see the stick at the top of the screen. The Blue Devils go to 2 receivers to the top of the field, 3 to the right. This is Noah Gray here, Jake Bobo up here. Virginia, known as a zone defense predominantly down the field in the secondary. You can see a safety lined up way over the top and nobody covering the all-star tight end for the Blue Devils. At the snap of the ball, watch what Noah Gray does. He runs what's called a stick route. The reason it's called that, he runs straight to the stick, that 1st down marker, turns his shoulders to the quarterback, and is there to receive the football. His frame and the size is 6'4", does a good job of shielding the corner who comes in to try to make a play on it, but the Duke coaching staff takes advantage of the space on the field. The corner is in a bind because he's trying to provide a little bit underneath support for this vertical route that Jake Bobo is running. The safety is in charge of making sure Bobo doesn't beat him over the top. They catch him in a zone blitz. A zone blitz basically means that you're bringing somebody typically out of the linebacking unit and dropping a defensive lineman into coverage. See this right there, the drop. Here comes the linebacker, and it forces the Mike linebacker in this case to cover a lot of space, get over to the tight end, isn't there in time, good throw and catch by the Duke offense to keep the drive alive. This is just a little bit later, still in the first quarter, 1:30 to go in that stanza. Different tight end in the game for the Blue Devils now. This is Jake Marweedy, but you'll notice a similar look with Jake Bobo up at the top of the screen. The snap of the ball, we're going to see another zone blitz. Virginia opting to bring a linebacker. This time it's Zane Zandier, number 0 right here. And take a look. We talked about dropping a player into coverage. There's a defensive lineman / linebacker hybrid going into coverage. Looks very similar. You got a vertical route to the top. That eats up this safety. The corner, in this case, does a better job of playing inside leverage. If Marweedy had done a stick route and tried to turn around quickly, the corner's there to make a play on it a little bit faster. But a beater of zone defense is vertical routes down the field because you put pressure on these guys that are defending the deep ball. Marweedy does not stop short. This time he runs past the defender. This is a mismatch. Tight end on a linebacker or a little bit slower defensive end. Straight down the field was what's called a seam route, right down the hash mark. Chase Bryce delivers a perfect strike right in this little safety zone for a quarterback and a big target down the field. You'll see the vertical routes of the either end of the field eat up these 2 safeties. Take a look where these safeties go as the ball is snapped. This one floods this way. This safety provides support over the top, opens up that honey hole for the Duke offense to exploit a touchdown, the first one of the day. No surprise, to a tight end. Excellent scheme by the Duke offense to get that ball down the field.
Takes the snap, pump fake, looking to throw. Into the end zone, wide open, Noah Gray, touchdown!
When Duke traveled to Virginia Tech last year, tight end Noah Gray caught 2 touchdown passes, and the Blue Devils ran off 31 consecutive points to enjoy a lopsided victory. This week, the Hokies visit Wallace Wade Stadium, and Coach Cutcliffe breaks it down when we return.
Fakes the handoff, rolls to the left, fires complete to Gray. He's into the end zone for the touchdown!
Coca-Cola presents Quarterback Derby.
Week 3 opens at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, where Anthony Dilweg and company need a win to earn Duke's first bowl bid in almost 3 decades. Dilweg puts Duke up 43-40 on a touchdown toss to Clarkson Hines in the final minute, but a controversial penalty on the defense enables State to hit a game-tying field goal as time expires, so no bowl. Dilweg's QB Derby opponent, Thaddeus Lewis, meanwhile, enjoys the best game of his career with 459 passing yards and 5 scoring tosses to rout the Wolfpack and put a season-high 57 fantasy points on the board for victory. And by the way, Lewis not only had to defeat Dilweg this week, he also had to outduel future Super Bowl winner Russell Wilson of the Wolfpack. Staying in Raleigh, Spence Fisher finds Corey Thomas for a big score, but Dave Brown throws 3 touchdowns to win going away. In Durham, Sean Renfrey is injured and can't play against Virginia. Anthony Boone ably fills in with 4 touchdown passes for the Blue Devils, but with a scoreless mark, Renfrey is no match for a big day through the air from Ben Bennett. In Boone's own Derby game, it's a shootout in Pittsburgh against Daniel Jones. Boone has a huge day with help from Jamison Crowder, and Duke wins in overtime. Jones also lights up the Panthers with 4 scoring strikes.
Jones out of the shotgun, another empty set, fires to the right. Jonathan Lloyd has the catch, slips underneath the tackle. Jonathan Lloyd across midfield, inside the 30. Jonathan Lloyd down the sideline, touchdown!
Oh yeah, Jonathan Lloyd. Have yourself a day, big fella.
Big plays get Jones a win over Boone, but his team falls in the final seconds to Pitt. And Thomas Sirk remains undefeated by edging Steve Sladen at home against Northwestern. A check of the standings finds Sirk and Brown atop their divisions with 3-0 marks, while Bennett, Dilweg, and Jones are all a game back at 2-1. Boone and Sladen will be looking for their first wins, and we'll be looking at the longest pass play in school history in Week 4 of Quarterback Derby.
Here's Boone dropping the throw, looking, throws it up the right side.
Vintage Duke.
Underneath it, makes the catch. Jamison Crowder, 5, touchdown! Oh my goodness, what a play!
On this third down handoff, tackled behind the line of scrimmage, coming through from the side. Jeremy Cash, that is money, as he makes a great play back on the 40-yard line.
Crowds the line of scrimmage and gets tackles for negative plays. That's his 12th and a half tackle for loss on the season,
which leads the ACC. Here's the drop back. The rush comes up the middle, and he's going to be hit. Drop back at the 5-yard line. Jeremy Cash, the money man, comes through again.
I definitely think the academics really speaks volumes to me. I mean, that was the whole reason in which I came back to school instead of pursuing my the goal of going to the NFL. I've always said that football is a small percentage of my life, and that my academics will take me a lot further in life. And once my football career is done, whenever that may be, I always have my academics to fall back on. But the only problem with that is it wouldn't so much be a fallback, because academics will always be at the forefront.
Now they're going to run an option pitch back, and that's going nowhere. Boy, did he get just slobber-knocked. That was Jeremy Cash. Same formation. This time he's going to run an option pitch and leveled back of the line of scrimmage.
As the snap is sent, and Wilson puts the right foot to it. Good kick. Robinson chasing back inside his own 30. Bobbled it and dropped it at the 25. Still loose inside the 10. They fight for it. It's bouncing towards the end zone. Touchdown! The Blue Devils got it in the end zone. What a way to open up the scoring. It's Jalen Stinson who got the football. And now here comes 3rd and 21. Bryce out of the shotgun. Another 4-man rush. Has some time. Taking a shot. Up top for Garner. He's got down to the 10-yard line. First and goal. Here's the handoff to Jackson. Straight ahead. Inside the 5. Powers his way into the end zone. Touchdown. And the Blue Devils have the lead. Bryce takes the snap. 4-man rush. Fires complete to Gray. Inside the 10 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Bryce is ready. Takes a snap. A handoff to Jackson. Off the right side and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it seems that each week I find myself saying similar things. When you're getting beat, that's just the nature of the business. We're all looking at everything that we're doing, if not questioning everything that we're doing, and nothing is easy. It actually gets harder. I think the thing that we have to lean on right now is each other more than ever. We have exceptional young people. We've got great character. We've got a great staff with great character. We've got a lot of people that are committed to this football program. And when you have that kind of character and ability, you can fight your way out of this. If you're as a coach, your biggest fear is to have a team with no talent and no character or bad attitude. We don't have that. What that means is that I've got to do a better job of finding a way to put each and every player out there in a better position to win. You do have to look at everything you're doing, how you're doing it. It is a very unique time. We've got to look at trying to help our defense in the second half. On the field, much too much in the first half. Offensively, you got to carry your weight. In our kicking game, where a lot of the guys that are covering kicks are defensive football players, that can show up and be a damaging circumstance. So where we are right now, we've got some good young football players. We've got some good veterans. Nobody's going to quit on our approach and what we're going to accomplish. It has to happen on the practice field, but it also has to happen for us emotionally. This may be the most difficult time I've seen in college football, and certainly I think it's the most unique season that college football has ever seen. So right now, focus ahead. You've got to look through the windshield, not the rearview mirror. There'll be no quit in Duke football, and we look forward to seeing you next week.